Whew, man, another boring day as usual. Maybe I could play some Xbox games. Let's see what they got.
Play on Frontiers.
No, Shadow, I'm looking for a game I like. Hello, neighbor?
We have a game on the PlayStation 4 and the PC.
Shut up. Holy crap, I forgot about this game. But I remember the bad stuff about this game.
Like what?
Well, I'll show you in this first video of the Good and Bad series. This is the most boring menu screen of all time. Now this is just pathetic. The entire game only has 4 acts. The loading screen takes like about 20 years to be able to load up the game. What's even the point of this intro? It's just a kid kicking a ball. I know Hello Neighbor was made by the Russian company, but seriously, why even put simming in the first place? This used to scare me as a kid. Still, to this day, you can't move. Like, this story, it just makes me mad still. When I got into my old house, it's honestly the most boring houses of all time. Like, seriously, how did it go from this to this? Like, what's the difference? If you didn't tell me that you went to the neighbor's house while he's sleeping, then you're lying to me. Parkour is absolutely atrocious in this game. So the only way you get through the car is by getting the key that is hanging from the side and then using it for the back of the neighbor's car, for the trunk of the neighbor's car. Like, who is gonna figure that out when they first play this game? You actually don't need a box or a trash can to get the lockpick. You just go on the top of this garage thing, and then you go up to the window and you grab the lockpick. And then, boom, that's it. That's how you do it that easily. Oh, come on, seriously? In the nightmare sequence, you can't really figure out the lore of the game. Even back when the game first came out, no one can even figure out the lore. Who on earth is gonna get jump scared by a broken window and a tire? Like, how does that work? When the neighbor threw glue at me, I flew up into the air and then I died. What on earth? Like, how does that even work? There's only 2 nightmare sequences in Act 1 and Act 2, but not Act 3 for some reason. That is just... Actually, forget I said that. The basement levels are so easy in Act 1. If you go near the gate where it has the maze in it, you can see... And if you go back, you can see the neighbor right there. Yep. He just spawns there until you get to the maze room. Okay, so it might be me, but when the neighbor went outside, he broke the window from his backyard and he went to sleep on his bed. That was the perfect chance to me to get the wrench from the fridge and then turn on the water levels and then open the ladders. Like, how could the neighbor be that stupid? Now in this nightmare sequence, you ride on the roller coaster to see what happened about what happened to the neighbor's wife and his daughter. Back then, I was confused on who died. How did the neighbor build his house that big? Most people assume that you need an apple to open up the elevator, which is technically not the case. You can just stack up the boxes, stand on the boxes, and then flip the switch. That's how you're able to go into the elevator. I really hate the school mini game. When I try to unmelt the ice in the fridge, I can't use this tank, so I have to use a water bucket, which is this was complete bull. I've never been a big fan of Acme's basement. It's just complete crap. Warning! The following video is not over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared are accurate for my thoughts and feelings. If this was a prequel, then why was it bad? The title screen looks so stupid. It looks like the original game. They could have just updated it or something. The intro is the most exciting part of the game. And now we're in a world in the forest, which is so stupid. And why is there windows? I know it's imagination, but still. If you want to free roam in this game, well, have fun not doing that. You have to put up the random crap and put it in a basket. So stupid. Also, your brother thought he was a good idea to be the neighbor, but he's not really the neighbor. He's just a little version of the neighbor. And why does he act like that? I just don't know why. Also, if you get caught, you'll lose those items that you put in the basket. What? Before you go to the next stage, you have to put on the glove. Actually, a mitten to continue. And you want to know why? The place is on fire. And worst of all, your brother is also on fire. He should be dead by now. Oh sweet, parkours. You guys know how much I love
Shut up. Know your face, trash.
If you want to continue on in this stage, you have to get the spray water gun. Because without it, you won't grab anything. Because everything's literally on fire.
This is outrageous. It's unfair.
Yep, her little brother is being a bad boy. And now everyone's a zombie. And your brother is the shooter. So now we're fighting the brother. Oh my god. More parkour. I hate parkour. If you fall down, you have to restart from the beginning. Or where the part you were stuck at. Whichever. I don't know. I haven't played this game in a while because this game is complete trash. You guys just saw the brother's face. After his sister fell, he couldn't even save him. What a really, really bad sibling he is. Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. There are some spoilers, but you probably see them by now. Let's be careful with the crow and everyone in town. It was about time this game got released. There is an alpha version in 2020, more alphas came in 2021, and the game finally came out in late 2022. What took so long? This game starts off with the neighbor just
kidnapping the kid with no one noticing. That was not cool. But guess what? After the reporter sees him, the neighbor comes in front of him, trying to break his window. Can you both just get along? After I just got knocked out, I woke up in this dumb house. Who designed this house anyway? Why did the cops doesn't want me to see what's going on? Guys, I'm a reporter. I can do whatever I want to. These are the worst jump scares ever. I can barely qualify them as jump scares. Oh great, now we're sneaking into a lady's restaurant. Not cool at all, man. Another dream. Why is there another dream here? I don't even give a crap. Why does the neighbor have another house? Don't you already have your old house then, dude? Why do you have another house? I have so many questions. The day and night cycles are back. Great. I always wanted a day and night cycle. Another dream? Jeez, what's up with that? It says no passing, dude. Why didn't you do no passing? Dude, you know the deal. Oh, great. The dog's after me. Not cool. I just want to get into the mayor's room. Also, the mayor's room. Enough said. Parkours. Freaking parkours. The neighbor's car is here. Where has it been in Hello Neighbor 2? Oh, I know. In the neighbor's garage. The neighbor's son? I can't believe it. Oh, and also he trapped me in a cage. Not cool, neighbor. After you get caught by the neighbor, why didn't you get out of the house? That makes all the sense. And guess the ending of Hello Neighbor 2. The neighbor's son tries to get out, but the neighbor, he's trying to stop him, and guess what? The crow fell on him. Oh my god. And guess what? The son really wants his dad to be alive. And guess what happens? The player gets knocked out for some reason. How was that even possible? You did it. You completed the game for now. But the story of Mr. Peterson is not over. Be aware of him and patient for the upcoming events. We have big plans for updates. Hope to see you soon. You'll enter free exploration mode, where you can play freely in any location. Look at the town's secrets and enjoy the raven bugs. Beautiful, sincerely. Thank you for completing the game. Really? Why?
So yeah, guys, I didn't really complain about that much about Hello Neighbor 2, because Hello Neighbor 2 is actually a fun game. And even though with the launch of Hello Neighbor 1 being a tremendous launch game, it's so sad that the series died out, because the series has been going through a long way, and it's been, and a lot of games have been great. Well, except for this game. This game's trash. Throw it away. So, yeah, that's pretty much it about the trigger part, but I'm not even done with this video yet. I'm going to tell you guys why Hello Neighbor 2 is mind-blowing. In 3, 2, 1. The loading screen is actually cool in this game. You can press any button to go to the main menu, and it's absolutely amazing. It's great that the game started with the reporter in the car. It looks so charming. We can head up the treehouse? Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. just don't know why I'm always like this. I like some new addition in the neighbor's house for the first time since Hello Neighbor 1. I'm really glad when you get trapped by a cop, you don't go to jail. You just get thrown outside. Actually, every person does that, but it's still cool. This old man has a gun if you try to get into his house. I love it. The day and night cycles are back. That is really cool. And this game, get this, it's kind of open world, but once you complete the game, it is open world. And that is so amazing. Warning, the following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate for my thoughts and feelings. You know what they say, the more the spidey. The PlayStation 2 is so big. Like, why is it so bulky? Apparently, back in the day, people were annoyed that the tiny PlayStation logo is not on the same angle as the original console, Like, how can people be annoyed by this small detail? Does the PlayStation 2 really need the word Magic Gate on the console? Like, it's not even on the GameCube, even on the original PlayStation. What is this little small input? Like, I'm actually curious though, tell me down in the comments. So apparently the expansion bay is where you'll be able to play online, but most of the time it's hard to open. I remember one time it literally took me 3 minutes to be able to get this thing open. Like, how can Sony make it this hard to make it open? Why does the PlayStation 2 need a power button to be able to turn on the console? And the AC adapter is literally not an AC adapter. It's just a small computer plug-in. PlayStation 2 or PS2. Surely nobody will know that the PlayStation 2 is under the PS2 logo. Why does the slim model look better than the original PlayStation 2? Like, seriously, there's a disc tray to open up where to play the disc in. Like, why can't video game companies have consoles like this? Why do I feel like that the memory card tray might break now? There's no expansion bay. That's a weird thing to remove. So instead of sticking with the normal AC adapter that the normal PlayStation 2 used, Sony had to change it to another AC adapter. And it does fit, but you'd have to buy the official AC adapter by Sony themselves. I would buy it, but a few dollars for an input, I already spent $100 for the console. There is literally no difference from the dual analog from the PS1, except the buttons are now analog. Like, why? Why do they have to be pressure sensitive? I can tell the difference between the original buttons on the PlayStation 3 and the buttons on the PlayStation 2. There is clearly a difference. Why can't the back buttons be analog instead? Like, why can't Sony just learn from Sega from the Dreamcast, or Nintendo from the GameCube? This is one of the most weirdest memory cards I've ever seen. Most of the time I accidentally put the memory card to the controller input because most of the time I'm an idiot. That's how dumb this memory card is. To be able to turn off the PlayStation 2, you have to hold on the power button. If you tap on it, you reset the console instead. The PlayStation 2 does feel a bit heavier with one hand. The PlayStation 2 box art looks so boring. I prefer the PlayStation 3 box art and the PlayStation 4 box art over this. I know there is a ton of PlayStation 2 games out there, but does each PlayStation 2 need its own memory card? The manuals will tell you where to get the cheat codes. Like, I can use the internet, I don't need to look at the manual to find out where the cheat codes are. This might be coming up from age, but each time I enter a PlayStation 2 game on my PlayStation 2 Slim, it doesn't read the disc. But the OG PlayStation 2 is far more worse. Each time I enter a disc, I have to close it and open it up multiple times to be able to read the disc. Like, come on, it took me forever. It took me like 2 minutes to be able to finally read the game. Warning, the following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. We live in 2024. Where's the 2024 season DLC? This has to be the worst title screen in the video game ever. Even the main menu is boring. I'm not even going to say it again. The series selection is boring without racing in the background. They decided for the driver selection is to organize the drivers by the last name. That's really ridiculous if you ask me. Did anyone even ask for the NASCAR Heat Pro League drivers to be in the game? I get it's for promotion, but still. The NASCAR Xfinity Series roster is lame. There's a bunch of them are just either Chevy drivers or Toyota drivers. And there's only 2 Ford drivers. Like, come on Motorsport Games. Each time I get on NASCAR Heat 5, when I choose the truck series, I always see my car is always blank, which just doesn't make sense at all, even though I put sponsors on the car. The NASCAR truck series roster is a bit lame as well, but at least it has interesting drivers. The NASCAR Dirt Series was changed from nothing in NASCAR Heat 4. So they got every single track from NASCAR Heat 4, but not the Daytona Roval? What kind of sense does that make? Dirt physics. Freaking dirt physics. Does any dirt racing series allow burnouts? This track used to be Taggart Speedway, but now it's a Fanatic Fairground. Why the name change? Isn't that a little confusing? Even with hard difficulty, it's still easy to beat the AI on short tracks. Despite the many patches this track has, it still can get pretty easy to be able to get a road course penalty at the Indy Road Course. Even though the Xfinity Series is the best NASCAR racing series, it just sucks on the Indy Oval. I'm just gonna keep it real. Sometimes with super speedway racing, sometimes it's easy to get to the front, but sometimes it's hard. While I was racing for the win, on the bottom left of the corner, I can see that there is a car that stopped right there for no reason. So after the race, I won, and then I went to the replay, and it turns out that Austin Dillon has a skill issue. Like I said, skill issue. How Quinn Half got a NASCAR license is beyond me. And we're not done here. Oh no, we still got the 2022 DLC season. Even with the 2022 DLC season, the background's still boring. Each time I delete a season of this DLC, the game crashes. Even with the 2022 DLC season, they decided to organize the drivers by their last names instead of, well, you know, by their numbers. If Atlanta wasn't turned into a super speedway, the racing would be so much more fun with the next gen cars. Speaking of Atlanta, each time I go to this racetrack, I was either in second or battling for the win. Looks like Tyler Reddick also got a skill issue. Okie dokie, now we're done. The game looks ugly on Nintendo Switch, which is to be expected. The driver selection feels so slow. Where the heck are the 2021 tracks? Where's Coda? Nashville? Road America? Oh wait, no, it's actually in the game. I don't usually use Joy-Cons when playing a NASCAR game. I usually go with a Pro Controller because it's more comfortable to use. Also, with the Pro Controller, you can now get your car to just move a little bit slower. It's just a digital button on the back. I know it's a Nintendo Switch problem, but I don't care. I'm still complaining. So, I want to play online. On second thought, sometimes with this game, the TV screen doesn't even show the POV of your car. I have no idea what I'm saying.